One of the unique challenges of our church is that we are a dual language church. It means that we have an English-speaking congregation and a Chinese-speaking congregation. But in our previous facility, there's just simply not enough space for us to come together and worship together as one family. And so that's always been a unique challenge. And having this new facility has been such a rich blessing. For the very first time, we've had both of those English and Chinese-speaking groups come together as one church to worship in a space together. I remember when we opened the doors for the first time to our congregation, it was pretty electric atmosphere. People were hovering in the foyer, just waiting to be able to come into this new space. And so as people came in, there was a sense of awe of God's presence. You could feel that people were ready with the lighting, with the sound, with the space, that people could sense the very presence of the Lord near. And as they filtered in and started seeing each other in this space, a rich sense of just loving the community of Christ and being intimate with one another and intimate with the Lord. So what a wonderful Sunday that was.
I think the BGW team of a design architect and a project architect was very effective. The design architect came very early on and helped us envision the project and came out with a schematic, a conceptual design very quickly. And he even produced illustration materials, which was very easy to communicate with the congregation and bring everybody along. And people were really excited with those drawings. And the project architect came in and developed the details for construction. And he also helped us with getting approvals and also mediate between the church and the contractor when we went through a lot of challenging times during the construction. And another thing that is very important is this is a volunteer organization. We don't have a decision hierarchy. People are not aware of schedule constraints. And everybody has a better idea for what should be done what way. So having the architect to bring his objective advice to the church so that we can look at how this should be done and was really helpful for us to make the right decisions and move the project along.
One of the things that I'm most encouraged by BGW was as they talked about wanting to be able to bless those who were doing the construction work for us, that not only were they serving us, but how can we serve them with the gospel? And so this past Thanksgiving, one of the things that I was most gratified about was our church inviting all of the construction workers to just simply pause, take a break from their work, and come together and celebrate with us for Thanksgiving. And so we blessed them with a grand Thanksgiving lunch, as well as providing some gifts to encourage them and some spiritual encouragement from the Word of God.
When I first came to church, they were talking about building this thing for like 30 plus years until finally we're building this new building. And it's just very special because I think we need to work with God's timing and how He has prepared us to do it. And the other thing that's interesting is because we are actually more like a commuter church. Most church members don't live around here. We are in a working class neighborhood. But we've been doing a lot of neighborhood outreach, neighborhood work, inviting them to church, and now we even have neighbors worshiping here. This all turned out to helping our project approval. Because when we go to the planning commission for approval, we have neighbors supporting us. We have neighbors sign letter to support us. I just think God's prepared us over these 30 years for the right time and for the right setting to get His project done.